I left the patio door open because there's a hornet in the porch, and it looks like Lizard Friend is contemplating freedom. Go away! Get out of the porch! I don't want you here. Oh my gosh. Look, that's Lizard Friend, right? And then up here, it's her suitor. That is the lizard that has been hitting on her for weeks. So you look at him inflating his neck. There he is. So we brought the male lizard inside and we've just been calling him Lizard Boyfriend because the other lizard we just call Lizard Friend. They're very cute. Yeah, no, you're there. He's staring at me because I'm standing in his patio. So the office where Joe streams gets really hot in the afternoons, which means the air conditioner is on. So I figured I would go ahead and bring you guys outside to just show you a couple of the things that have been happening, although this camera battery might die. First of all, since the last video, the cucumbers have all reached the top of the fence and they keep trying to climb over and I keep pushing them down so that they just kind of go sideways along the trellis, but they're very insistent on going into my neighbor's yard. I'm half tempted to just like walk over there and let them know that there might be cucumbers in their yard, which I don't think that they would necessarily be opposed to because I'm taking care of them. It's just free harvest for them if they want it. Otherwise, I might just have to cut the tops off of the cucumbers, which I really don't want to do. The table dainties have finally started flowering, but specifically the fruit flowers, which are the female flowers. Some plants are self-pollinating, which means that the flower has all of the genetic material needed to make a fruit, like tomatoes. Tomatoes are self-pollinating. But then you also have plants like squash, which have male and female flowers. Usually the male flowers are on these long stems, whereas the female flowers are usually a little bit closer and they tend to have a bulb. That bulb is what becomes fruit. And that flower has to be pollinated by the male flowers from the plant or from a different plant. That's how you get cross-pollination. So far, I've harvested 3 okra off of the Baby Bubba okra plants, which has been very nice. Oh, I also finally just ripped out all of the peas. When we were putting up the trellis, I kind of disturbed some of the roots, but it was still like a large enough plant that it still was able to like finish developing a bunch of pea pods. They were finally like dry enough to the point where I could just pull them all off the trellis netting. However, now I actually need to attach the trellis netting to the trellis because there's a pea plant, which has finally made it to the very top of the trellis, which I'm very excited about, which means I can't move it. So I just need to stretch it over the rest of the way. So that's the plan for this exact instant. I am gonna go grab the staple gun. Okay, let's go outside. First of all, like cucumbers. Look at all of them. So if you look here, that's the bean plant. You can see that it has currently gotten all the way to the top of the trellis. It's pretty cool. It's reaching for the sky. Lots of cicadas. This trellis netting is covered with assassin bugs, so I am a little bit afraid, so I'm keeping an eye out. They are all over these ropes. Luckily, it looks like the trellis net basically reaches all the way to the edge, so it is still aligned with something, which is nice. I want to do the bottom, but that's where all the assassin bugs are, so I'm not going to touch it. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I want to show you the tomatoes. Look at this. Oh, I'm so excited. Look at all these yellow pear tomatoes. Look, there's some up there, there's some over there. It's just... oh, I'm so excited. This is putting off so many yellow pear tomatoes, and there's still so many flowers. This pot is really small for this plant, so I'm probably going to have to transplant it. But so far I'm very impressed with how much fruit these plants have put off. And then also, look how tall the table dainties have gotten. This is gonna pull right up there. Do not grab onto each other, please. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of zucchini. It's the next day. I'm pretty sure that Lizard Friend has figured out a way to get out of the patio. There's like one little spot next to the door that I think she's been using to get out, because I've seen her for a couple days just kind of hanging out outside of the patio, which makes me wonder if lizard boyfriend is like too much for her, that she just wants her own space. So I'm not wearing any makeup right now. Something that I'm trying to do with these videos is getting used to just filming myself as I am. Because I, like a lot of women who spend time on the internet, have a lot of like body dysmorphia, where I feel like my face isn't supposed to look like this. My face is supposed to be full makeup, full eyeshadow, eyebrows done, and clean hair. And that's not how I'm going to be every single day. So instead, I want to have like a more honest understanding of what my face looks like, and also be able to show that to strangers and people that I don't know, and not try to be perfect. The first time that lizard friend was outside, I thought maybe it was a mistake because she was hanging out on the windows like she wanted to get back in. So I brought her back inside. But now I'm pretty sure she just wants to be an outside lizard. So if she goes out again, I'm just gonna let her because she knows how to get back in if she wants. There are a lot of bugs out today. I'm suddenly having tripod issues. My tripod just broke. Not the greatest angle, but this will work. Something that's really nice about having a garden is that a lot of the time I don't really have any specific idea what I need to do, but if you come out here and you just kind of look, there's always something that needs to be done. There's something to harvest, something to pull up on a trellis, something to water, weeds that need to be pulled. There's always something to do. For example, I can see on my baby Bubba okra that there is a leaf that is very yellow and is about to fall off. But rather than letting it fall on the patio, I can remove it and put it in the bottom of a future garden bed as padding and organic matter, so that way it gets reused. It's also very peaceful. The heat wave has finally passed, so it's finally cooling down a little bit, which is very nice. There's a cardinal. I need to remember when I come out here to bring scissors though, because there are quite a few things that I see that need to be trimmed or pruned, but I just haven't gotten around to it. And I'm gonna have to start harvesting cucumbers here in like a week, and then it's just gonna go off from there. I'm gonna be harvesting cucumbers all summer. But there's always something to do out here, which is really nice. The sunflowers have finally started putting on heads, so they're gonna become flowers really soon. I think I'm gonna take a minute and I'm gonna water everything. But I also need to fix that bean plant. Do you see how this bean plant is going off to the side, and it would just be a little bit better if it was continuing along this string. At this point, I'm fairly certain that this squash is a Black Beauty zucchini because it's finally started getting a fruit on it. So if you look, yep, I'm pretty sure that is a Black Beauty zucchini. It started getting hot outside. I've already turned off my microphone, but I just wanted to say thank you for hanging out with me today because I almost forgot to make a sign off for this video. So thank you very much. Hopefully I will see you in a couple days. Goodbye.